It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll watch Chuba Hubbard. He's been a frequent end-zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Panthers and the Raiders. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
But let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Young now. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Throwing, Young. Steps away to his left. And he will will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are on the board first here in Vegas.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Bryce Young who finished things off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action. It's Smith. That's Mayer, the tight end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. You look at this Carolina defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeat.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. To throw is Smith. That is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Young to throw it.
That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Young off the play fake. Open man down the field. That's Ligon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Young working out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
On the counter, this is Hubbard.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
To throw, Young. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Escapes the defender.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. At the 21-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Smith.
That one complete to Trey Tucker. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On play action, Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Looking to throw, Young.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Now Young.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now here's Young. Flushed out right. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
He has been elusive in this first half. You see the rushing numbers for him. This defense is going to have to find some way to keep him in the pocket.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
He's got the rookie.
Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played the...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
That's good. Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now it's O'Connell.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
Now O'Connell.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And once again, O'Connell back to throw. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. Now the
is going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Final play of the half, Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. Saquon Barkley, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Anthony Richardson, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Mike Evans, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. It was the running back, Chuba Hubbard, who put together a solid first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
To throw here, O'Connell.
Oh, it's a screen. And oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Young now.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up the 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
That is caught. He finds his big target, Ligon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Young.
That one complete to Ligon.
Now they can't bring him down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Sanders.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Panthers are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition,
and he loses the football a second time.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
it definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
2 yards. And the Raiders first down.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Young to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
It's Young off play action.
That is caught.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Panthers.
Young will set to throw. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Here is Young. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This is caught by Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Young. Forced out to his left.
And just shutting him off there. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping it, and that's why his side is on top.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try to throw now. Young escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Bryce Young
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Bryce Young who finished things off with a touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raiders offense and Aiden O'Connell getting set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. That's caught by Tucker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Throwing, O'Connell. That's complete into the hands of Myers.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Here's O'Connell. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. A give running right. It's Hubbard. Breaks through the contact.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
This is caught by McMillan.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Looking to throw, Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raiders offense ready to go.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
The short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, O'Connell. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
O'Connell looking to throw yet again. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That's good for another Las Vegas.
And O'Connell now to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now O'Connell.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Now it's O'Connell. Pass taken it.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. He had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
To throw again on second down.
O'Connell, that's to Bowers once again. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
O'Connell working from the gun.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's